I wanted them to understand what it felt like to be in the trenches. And if you don't understand, then you're not going to respond when the war starts.
Look at where we are at. It has been a minute, guys, but guess what we got? It's another episode of Dave's Pickups. You feel me? It's been a really long time, guys. You know, I came into some shoes and I figured I'd share with everybody. It's been a couple years. Actually, I think like 3, right? It's been a minute. I definitely was not copping shoes like I used to for a little while. I'm not gonna lie, March had some bangers, so I kind of ran it up. Will I keep all of them? I don't know, but you know what? They're here right now, and we definitely about to talk about them. Let's just get to the first one, get right to it. We got Big Bubble Air Max 95, OG colorway, always coming in this same box. See, you got the Air Max in the neon colorway, so it gives it away. You already know which one we got. Got them from JD Sports. You know, I sat in line for a little bit. They were easy pickups, you know, online and everything, but I did get these day of release. Didn't wait for shipping or nothing. Went straight to the store and got right to it. But yeah, man, so we got the Big Bubble Air Max 95. This one's a 10.5. Man, they look good. They look good on cam, bro, but I will say one thing about this Big Bubble, I'm not gonna lie, the upper just looks way fatter compared to the 2020 pair. But man, it's a good shoe, good materials. You know, the nubuck that they got in here is soft. You know, Air Max neons. This hues, I think, is a little more, it's like a little more green. I feel like the last pair was kind of on a more like highlighter yellow type of feel, but this one is definitely like a true highlighter green. Man, really not much to say about these guys. These are just straight up OG colorway. You know, got the same different shades of gray as any other pair that has come out. I do feel like the toe box is a little taller on these, which is not bad. But man, they actually, for material wise, they look really good. They don't have a lot of glue stains. So quality control definitely did all right with this pair. Always got to go for it if it comes around. The last few times that these have released, they have been a pain. I know this pair in specific released in 2025. I don't remember what month, but they did release these in 2025 with like a super limited drop. Definitely missed on those. So when these came around, I said, you know what, let me just go pick up a pair, see how I feel about them. I will say I went a half size, or not a half size up. I got a couple other 95s that size 10 fit a little tight on me. So I went to a 10.5. 10.5's been working for me with Air Maxes lately. But I'm not gonna lie, these in a 10.5 had a little more room than usual. And like I said, they are a little fatter on the top. I don't know if I'm gonna hold on to these just because I don't know if I'm really rocking these with shorts like that. They're a little bit bulkier. Don't look too bad, you know, in hand, but on feet, definitely can tell the difference. Let's bring out the old pair. Let's bring out that 2020 pair. You know what? Let me bring the box too, just so y'all see. It's the same exact thing, same exact color combo box. Everything looked the same. I will say this has more of like a gloss to this box rather than this one's more like a little flatter, but it doesn't matter. This is a size 10. These are a little beat. I did buy these secondhand. Still look fire though. I'll definitely put these on. Y'all won't question me if they're beat or not, because it's a colorway that you really can't tell, man. The grays are going gray still, and you know, as long as that white at the top isn't yellowed out, you're pretty good. But for the most part, same shoe. Of course, you got the bigger bubble on the other one. Like I said, this one is a little more narrow than this one. Yeah, these kind of just feel like a boat compared to these, man. This is like, you know, a little speedboat, but this is like a boat. Like people go fishing with this one. But yeah, man, size 10. These are a little snug, but they're broken in on me. So, you know, this is 2020. It's been some years in them. They formed to my foot really well. Still wear them to this day. Wear them a lot, gym, wherever, errands, don't matter. These going on foot if need be. But yeah, man, that's a little comparison for you. Air Max 95 OG. Are y'all rocking with the Big Bubble? A lot of air. I will say these are comfier though. Big Bubble definitely gives you the comfort. You know, if you're a more bigger body person, this is definitely the way to go. I wouldn't wait for, you know, another pair to drop that doesn't have the big bubble. If you bigger bodied, get the big bubble Air Max 90, 95. Dave's pickups, but that's not all. And I do have another shoe. It was kind of out of the blue that I went and did this one. I was just kind of, you know, looking through my phone and GOAT hit me with a notification. And I said, you know what, why not? This is an Air Max Day drop, Air Max 95. I think it's a DOAF, Doves of a Feather collab, Oregon collab. They sell them on GOAT. I think Flight Club also got them at one point earlier on, but these release on Air Max Day on GOAT, only through GOAT. You couldn't get them through anywhere else. And all the proceeds do go to student athletes that attend Oregon. Man, let's get right to it. Got a nice clean box, something that I've never experienced. You got the limited on here as well. Oregon Ducks, you see for the university. Black lid, green to match, you know, Oregon. Actually a super fire box, I'm not gonna lie. Just how that the Oregon Ducks comes off the side, I think is super cool. GOAT, you know, authenticity. If you ever bought from GOAT, you always get this in your box. Right when you open the box, you got a whole QR code in here. I haven't even scanned it yet. You know, mascot logo on there. Super cool. If you know Jordan, Nike, they always do these little collabs, whether they be super limited, whether it be something of this nature where it's more obtainable. You already know all the PEs and stuff that, you know, college students get for basketball and all that. It goes crazy. It goes to almost every retro. And yeah, man, I was lucky enough to pick these up. Definitely a cool shoe, but let's get straight to it. These are the Woods. These are called the Woods. They came out with two different pairs. It was these, and then they have Lumber. I really gravitated towards these, maybe because I love the Air Max 95 Neon so much, and these definitely got that kind of feel to it. So instead of the layering being gray, everything is a different kind of green. You know, this is soft. This is soft suede. Whether it looks super hairy, it's pretty soft. But yeah, man, detail is kind of crazy, bro, because you don't really see, you know, shoes with this type of material on it too often. The color code is Fur Electric Green Fur. Fur, I believe, is a type of tree. To the back tab, a lot of the time you'll have a Nike Air on here for Air Max 95s. This just got the embroidered neon check on it. And this back panel is like moss. So like I said, it's supposed to resemble the Woods in Oregon. Really put some detail to it. That moss feeling is definitely on the same. On the mid part, coming up the tongue, super hard, dude. I think these are actually super tough. I will say I haven't tried these on, but they are definitely giving me the bulky vibes as well. This is also a big bubble shoe. Super clean shoe though. Your laces, they're, you know, they're a fuzzy white lace. They got clear aglets at the top of it. We go straight to the tongue too. The tongue has a DOAF on it as well for the collaboration. You got a hang tag that's also like that. It's leather, and then the backing is more of that like fuzzy suede or thick haired suede, as you would say in like technical terms. You get a whole highlighter version of those laces too. Super dope though, super cool, super, what's the word I'm looking for? Creative. It's a good creative shoe geared towards the Woods of Oregon, and proceeds going to Oregon students. It's super fire, super dope collab. Super cool that people are actually able to cop this one and not be so crazy. You know, a lot of the J's and everything that you get that are PE wise, it's like only time you're getting them obviously is from students. That's why they go so high, but this one was for a cause and a purpose to help those students. Big bubble, like I said, on the inside. Instead of it being like that highlighter green, it's almost like, it's like a cream color on the inside, which I don't know what that would necessarily resemble, but you know, some type of earth tone to go, you know, contrast to the greens is kind of dope. On the inside, you got a whole crazy insole. So it's supposed to be as if you're stepping on the floor of a forest, which there you go. The bubble is probably supposed to represent like the floor of the forest, but yeah, man, this is you stepping on some leaves in the forest. You look up, you got greens. Super dope shoe. I like how they really put attention to detail on these. You know, sometimes you'll get shoes that, you know, they just kind of threw together and you can tell that it was just thrown together. You know, Oregon, seeing that that's where Nike's from, they did their thing on these, man. And, you know, I'm happy I was able to get them. As long as these look good on my foot and I don't feel like they look like boats, these will probably stay in the collection for a little while, but we'll see we'll see how that goes, because at the end of the day, will I be wearing this kind of shoe a lot? I don't know. As of recent, I've been more geared towards wearing or like keeping shoes that I'm gonna actually put some motion in, some steps in, because bro, I've come to a point where I do have a lot of shoes, and if I'm not really wearing them like that, they are susceptible to getting offed. So yeah, we'll see. But at the end of the day, super dope shoe, super fire. Happy I could bring this to y'all. You know, it's been a minute, so these kind of made me feel like, you know what, why not pull up on everybody, come on Trench Talk and kick it with y'all, show you some new kicks. We do got some more. Like I told y'all, I went kind of stupid in March. That is also a reason why I might not be keeping the ones that I do not think I'm gonna wear, because brother, this is not cheap. The game is not cheap, bro. When I started with Jordans, they were $125 for an 8. If you want a retro 8 now, or anything that's mid-size and up, you're paying $215, $220 every time. So it's like, you gotta pick and choose. And not even if you got it, it's like, man, bro, do I really want to spend this amount of money? And they're always dropping stuff. It's crazy. Like before you'd be waiting for your next drop. Like as a kid, bro, high school, all that stuff, you would be waiting between drops. But like the minute something drops, bro, they got another one right away. That's kind of a banger, because they put bangers after bangers after bangers. Like I just showed y'all 2 that dropped. Same model, different colors that were both bangers, a OG and a fire collab. So it's like, hey man, you gotta pick and choose. But this month, there was no picking and choosing. Man, I got another one for y'all. You see the box, only a few shoes have came in this box so far. This is now your new Jordan box for your GR releases for this year and for however long they usually do it for. Not sure exactly, but usually when you see a new box, they keep that for, you know, at 2, 3, 4, 5 years. This is an older box. This is something that has been done before. This is an early 2000s box. So a lot of those early 2000s J's came in this box. They brought it back, I guess by popular demand. I don't know if there was demand, but it's cool that they brought it back. You got Jordan's face on it, you know. If you like that, cool. To me, doesn't really matter. It's cool though that they did a little throwback. I even got an older pair from that era. Like I said, if you know, you know. If you don't, you know now. That's it. Back then on eBay, they did not care if you put your shoes in a box. They let you ship them with just shipping tape. This is what you are seeing right now. Someone literally sent these in the mail and just wrapped a bunch of shipping tape on it. That's why it looks so crazy. It's not even just from wear and tear. Yes, this is an old box. This is from 05. 2005, eBay was tripping back then. If you know and you was an eBay buyer, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And while we have these here, might as well just pull them out. Forest Green 14s, one that is expected for 2027. Definitely gonna be one I go after. I love this shoe, bro. I've had this one for years, bro. What a dope colorway. It would be the second time that these release this coming 2027. I don't know exactly what month, but man, forest green is just a clean color, bro. It's always been. It's, you know, it's different from the, you know, the reds, the black, you know, the white. Forest green, bro. It's just a cool color, bro. It's a nice color you put with some neutrals and it goes. So I can't wait for these to come out, but that's just, you know, a little sneak. We'll probably, if we get that forest green, we'll do a little comparison for y'all. Let me get straight to it. Hey, y'all were talking crazy about these ashy 14s, whatever you want to say about them. I don't care, bro. They are fire. Good colorway, bro. One of the colorways that hasn't come out in a long time. Early 2000s, bro. They came out with some fire lifestyle edition shoes. If y'all know, lifestyle was just kind of like, you know, a non-OG colorway shoe that they, you know, put some type of tag on it. Made it seem like it was, you know, more luxury than what it was. Whatever the case may be, fire colorways came out in this time frame. And this, nonetheless, is one of those fire colorways brought back literally 20 plus years later. Seen that these were coming out, had to get them. I needed something with that baby blue in them, and man, these do justice. People say they're ashy, but honestly, it has good suede, and they're not that bad. On foot, you're not really seeing the ash. The suede moves. It's not like it's, you know, crusty suede. We've gotten, you know, bad suede before. If you'd had those Raging Bull 5s, the Toro Bravo 5s that, you know, re-release, that suede was very bad. It was very rough. This is soft. Yes, it's not a deep black, but it's also not just nubuck. This is a suede shoe. I'm just really happy I copped these. These are definitely getting ran a lot. Retro 14s, one of those people don't really, you know, pay crazy mind to. A lot of people do, but I feel like it's almost like an acquired taste kind of shoe. This is said to be like one of the last of like the good retro Jordans, which people are tripping. We were talking about this not too long ago. Who said it? Parents said it. Parents said if you look at every model, high model, you know, up to 20, 23, there's at least one colorway from each model that makes that shoe look good. And I wholeheartedly believe that. 14s, you know, derived from, you see another story, this derived from MJ's love for car life, racing, all that stuff, specifically a Ferrari. You got the back, it's supposed to be like a tire. You got the bottom, like, it's just nuts, like how they even think of these ideas and then are like, you know what, this is gonna implement a tire in a Ferrari. I think there's certain parts where like this inside is supposed to be like a vent from the Ferrari. If you've seen like the older Ferraris, they got the big vent that, you know, splits in there. Anyways, fire colorway, fire shoe, feel good, look good. Running these all the time, gym, grocery store, don't matter. I'm wearing them. Like I said, and I'll say it again, we ran it up. We are still not done. I got one more shoe for you guys. It was a GR, very obtainable shoe. Whatever, bro. For me, I love that, bro. I was able to just kind of grab these on site. A lot of these shoes I was able to grab in store too. So it's been super cool. It gave me a little nostalgia run because it's been a minute since I've actually stayed in line for a pair of shoes. And it was just kind of cool, man. Just brought me back a little bit from doing it back in the day. If y'all know, this box is a 13 box. This is a box that 13s always come in for the most part. If you buy a retro 13, it's gonna be in something of this caliber. Let's get straight to it. These are the Cherry 13s. I got these off of Kith. They charged me shipping. Please, sites, if a shoe is $200, do not charge me shipping, bro. I'm giving y'all money, bro. It's just maybe because Nike kind of blesses us. The minute you hit over a certain amount on Nike, your shipping is free every time. I don't know if some sneaker stores do that too. I know I was looking at shoes online and I was checking to see what the totals were, or if I should just go in store and just buy them. People were charging shipping, and that's why I took myself into stores. This one, they charged me shipping from Kith, paid a whole extra like $20 just to get these, and I waited for them. So come on, man, 200 plus, give me the shipping for free, bro. 100, charge me, that's cool. 200 though, let me get the free shipping. Come on, let me get the free shipping. This is the Cherry 13, and man, this is a shoe I've wanted for a little while now. I bought Breads secondhand too, but I had them for a while and I just didn't find myself wanting to pay that $270, $300 for the Cherries. It wasn't like it was a shoe that sold out crazy or anything like that. Like, I'm sure they did sell out, but I don't think it was like a everyone's beating each other up for it type shoe. So like, at the time I had my Bread 13s, I wanted to kind of make the pack together, but I just never pulled the trigger, and here we go. As Jordans do, they eventually come out again. Cherry 13s, bro, such a clean shoe. Ain't nothing, you know, super special about them. It's just man, they're just a good one, bro. It's just a good one. It's like putting on fresh white Air Forces, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's nothing really special about white Air Forces, but the way they make you feel, man, and how they're just clean. They're just clean, bro. And 13's definitely one of the more comfier J's to wear. And they did a good job on these guys. Like, the tumble leather is fire. You know, it's squishy. It's not stiff. The toe box too, it's squishing, which we all know there was that era of Jordans that didn't come with it when it came to the leather. The black box era, the white Jumpman era, that leather, they put good shoes out in that time too. Great fives, like a couple other OGs. And it was just trash, bro. They were literally cardboard. Like, you can knock on them and they would knock right back at you. But man, just a clean shoe. That's all I could really say about it, man. 13 bottom, you know, it's supposed to resemble like paws of a panther. Same as the side panel. If you know, this is supposed to resemble like whiskers of a panther. And then you got the back, you know, holographic Jumpman, which is supposed to be like the eyes. And you got that suede nubuck midsole that's supposed to resemble the fur. So, you know, I love how a lot of these shoes from back in the day had, you know, crazy creativity. Because when you think about it, this being based off of an actual panther and having elements that you can actually pick out and be like, dang, that makes sense. I think it's super cool, bro. 13, cherry, true red, whatever you want to call them. I will say this red is popping. Last time these came out, the red was not this popping. The red is doing work right now. Hopefully it doesn't bleed out. We shall see. Either way, they are getting put on foot for whatever occasion. That's the shoes. I'm gonna put them back up just so we see what we had going on today. Guys, this is Dave's Pickups. It's been some time now, but we're back here again. And man, it feels good to be back, man. It feels good to kind of hang out and just, you know, chop it up about shoes. I love shoes, always will love shoes. That will never change about me. And you know what? Maybe they're not getting copped as frequently, but buddy, it always gives you that good feeling to get a fresh pair of shoes. If you're a sneakerhead, if you're not a sneakerhead, you're getting running shoes, you're getting new work shoes, you're getting some dress shoes. It always feels good to put on a new pair of shoes. Thank you guys for pulling up. Thank you for hanging out, looking at the new shoes in the collection. Until next time, guys, this is Dave's Pickups. You are on the Trench Network, Trench Talk Network. Don't forget it. To this day, years later, still dropping vids. Appreciate y'all pulling up. It's always a pleasure.
I wanted them to understand what it felt like to be in the trenches. And if you don't understand, then you're not going to respond when the war starts.
Trench Talk.